Ladies and gentlemen, eyes up. All bets are off now. This is Count It In. How many ways can an inspector select 3 different tests in a certain order from a choice of 7 tests? For this kind of situation, we are going to use here permutation. Why? Because you have here 7 choice of tests. Then you're going to select 3 different tests. You're taking something from 7. You're taking 3 tests from 7. And number 1, when you take a test, certain test, that definitely it would not repeat. Of course, say for example, if you're taking test number 1 as part of your 3 different tests, it will only appear on those 3 different tests that you have selected. That's one, because there should be no repetition for permutation. And second, take note of the phrase in a certain order. It would mean that if we are going to select test number 1, test number 2, and test number 3, it's a different test if you're still selecting those first 3 tests but are of different order. Say test number 3, test number 1, and test number 2. So this is definitely under permutation. For permutation, we are going to use this formula N, P, R. So we're taking N. We're taking R at a time out of N different options. Your N here is your 7 different tests. Your R, you're taking 3 tests at a time. So we're going to use this in our formula here. The formula for permutation is N factorial over the difference of N and R, and the result would be under factorial as well. Take note that a factorial notation allows us to multiply integers until n. That would mean you have n times the previous number, n minus 1. So if this is 7, the previous number is 6. And then times n minus 2 until you reach 1. This would mean that once you substitute here 7 factorial, okay, that means you're multiplying 7 until 1 over your denominator is 7 minus 3 factorial. So you have here 7 factorial over your 4 factorial. Now this time you can use your calculators. Even here, you can even use this in your calculator if you are having one. 7 permutation 3, and the result will come out. But for a complete solution, we'll have it like this. At this time here, we all know that 7 can be placed like this. 7 times 6 times 5. Okay? Times, let's just end at 4 factorial. You can do that because your denominator is already 4 factorial. And 4 factorial, both on numerator and denominator, means 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You can cancel that, leaving only the result of 7 times 6 times 5. So if we're going to have this problem, the number of ways you can select, or an inspector can select 3 different tests in specific order from a choice of 7 tests, is just a result of multiplying 7, 6, and 5. And you will have here 210 ways. This is the result for this situation using permutation. And that's Count It In. Talking about getting the luck of the draw. For all in, subscribe now.